Hey y'all, how's it going? This video will be about beer and alcohol. It's called spirits for a reason. The more you drink, the more evil spirits you get, as far as I know. Have I drank? Yeah, a little bit. Have I been drunk? A little bit. I've only been severely drunk about 5 times in my life, and none of those times did I necessarily enjoy it. So I just want to caution you all. I'm sure that all of you have been severely drunk at some point in your life. Just really analyze, did you really enjoy it? Probably not. You have a terrible hangover the next day, you want to throw up, you feel like you can't walk, you're a little bit scared when you're walking drunk that you might fall and bust your head open. It's not fun. Maybe it's a little bit fun living on the edge like that, but it's stressful. It's not good to live on the edge like every day. Like, sure, maybe you need a little bit of excitement every once in a while, so you go out and you get wasted, but then you regret it. A good phrase I said to my ex was, accept the boredom of life. Most of life is boring, unless you have kids. I mean, really, if you have kids, life is never really boring, which I think is what is lacking with so many people. You know, they want to seek that excitement from sin, because they don't have that excitement from raising a kid or multiple kids. So they drink, or they do drugs, or they sleep around, because they want that excitement. And God did create us to want excitement. That's why kids exist. That's why God said to Adam, be fruitful and multiply, so that we will get our excitement from raising kids. And I think that's why Paul says she will be saved through childbearing. Women are saved through childbearing because women need excitement. Everybody does. And us women get our excitement through childbearing, through raising kids. But the problem is, then what is a man's excitement? It's supposed to be his job. Whatever job a man has, that's supposed to be his excitement. But men who don't like working, then they get into all kinds of trouble because they want entertainment, so they get into drinking and drugs. The key for every woman is to enjoy raising her kids. The key for every man is to enjoy a job and do that job and focus on that job and get all of his entertainment and his kicks and his thrills from his work. And for all the people who don't have either, those are the people who really get into trouble. Those people become criminals because they don't have the excitement of raising kids or a job that they love. Everybody needs a sense of purpose, and if you, like I have said, if you don't construct, you will destruct. If you're not building something, if you're not building wealth through working, if you're not building a family through raising kids, then you're going to be destructive to your body through drugs and alcohol, or you'll be destructive of anything you can possibly think of to destroy. You'll try destroying the world somehow. I think that's the danger to people getting really rich, is once you get really rich, then you don't have that drive to build wealth because you already have. And then that's when people get destructive. Every man needs a job. Every man needs a job, and he needs to focus on that job, and he needs to get his thrills from that job. And every woman needs kids to take care of. And if you are infertile, you can become a foster mom. I highly recommend it. For 26 years, I've been taking care of kids. It started when I was 14. My first job, I was a summer camp counselor because I needed that excitement, So I always worked with kids. And obviously when you're 14, you can't start having kids. So I had a bunch of jobs working with kids, worked in preschools, I did after school care, I did study hall, supervision, I was a teacher, I did tutoring. I highly recommend that every single woman in the entire world is around kids. If you don't have kids, work with kids. Those kids need you, and you need those kids. Because, like I said, Paul said she will be saved through childbearing. You need those kids. So for any woman who doesn't have a kid that they gave birth to, go work with kids. Do tutoring, work in a preschool, do after-school care. There's a lot of jobs that schools hire for, even if you don't have a bachelor's or a credential. You can be like a teacher's assistant. You can work in the cafeteria. Like, there's a lot of jobs with kids that you can do. And I really think it's so important that every single woman in the entire world is doing some job with kids, because that's just like nature. Like, God created women to work with kids, you know? Yeah, and this whole feminism thing, it's crazy. That's why our society and our world is like going insane, because women are rejecting kids. But the problem is, women, if you reject kids, then men will reject you. And then what? And then you're all alone, and you're sad, and you're depressed, and probably angry. And then that's why some women turn bad, because they have rejected kids, but the men reject them. So again, I highly recommend that all the women all around the world find some job with kids, or become a foster mom, or have kids, because like I said, Paul said she will be saved through childbearing. And men, you gotta have a woman that you provide for, a family that you provide for. Men have to provide. If they don't provide, they get into trouble, they get into mischief. Everybody needs somebody that's depending on them to keep them out of trouble. Women need kids, kids keep you out of trouble. A man needs a woman that's depending on him, that keeps him out of trouble. So just think about that. Men, if you don't have a woman that's depending on you, get one. Women, if you don't have a kid that's depending on you, get one. If you can't give birth, then foster care. Become a foster mom. Or work in a preschool. But it's really important that everybody has someone that's depending on them, you know. Because that's just like, yeah, that's the natural order of life. You need a purpose. You need a calling. You need someone that needs you. We all need to be needed. There's a song where she says, I want you to want me. I need you to need me. Everybody needs to be needed. So make sure that you have someone that needs you. You'll be a lot happier, because you'll feel like your life has meaning, you know. So ladies, work with kids. Men, get a job, provide for some woman somewhere. And preferably provide for kids too. God loves you. God bless. Bye.